And good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land, and we are here live on the today. Is the second day of January 2025. That's Abobo. I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well wishers onto this hallowed platform. And I also hereby say Happy New Year to each and every one of us hearing my voice, listening to my voice, and those that will listen in the near future. Happy New Year. Though we know that nothing changes or nothing changed in the day the sun comes out as before, the weather remains the same as of yesterday, day before yesterday, going round and round. But the year as counted by human being is created by human being, which is normal. It is created by human being. For you to understand that human beings are creators. So what we are calling 2025, that is normal, because it is being created by human being. The same way we are enjoying many things, amenities that are being created by human beings also. That is why we are trying to restore our nation Biafra, so that we will have the opportunity in order to be creative, because we as Biafrans are born to be creative. We are born with our natural talents, but Nigeria has been stifling us. Nigeria has been on our neck, stepping on our neck. That is why our talents are limited, or our capacity is limited in Nigeria. And that is why we have no other choice than to seek to separate from that burden that is killing us, that is Nigeria. Therefore, once again, I say Happy New Year to all and sundry. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, those that are hearing my voice, Happy New Year 2025. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. As you may know, my name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land. We are live and direct. Today is the second day of January 2025. That's Abobo. You can be hearing my voice, you can be listening to Radio Biafra via our FM 102.1 in many parts of Biafra land. FM 102.1 in many parts of Biafra land. And more are coming for your information. More places will be covered. It is not a small task. It is a very huge and tedious task of building this FM. It is a local technology for you to understand that we Biafrans, we are naturally endowed with talent. It's not what we learn from school. No. It is right from birth. It is in us right from birth. But there is no way to express it, because in Nigeria, there is nothing. You know, Nigeria is a tragedy. As I have been saying, and as I have explained, Nigeria is a tragedy. That is why when something bad happens to you, you say, Nigeria happened to me. That is it. That is, it means Nigeria is a tragedy. You know, Nigerians, if they joke with everything. When you say Nigeria happened to you, that is when you suffer any type of tragedy. You say Nigeria happened to me. What does it mean? Which means Nigeria is a tragedy. Now, how do we stop this tragedy? By dismantling Nigeria. Simple. By dismantling the tragedy. By avoiding it, because Nigeria is a British creation. Therefore, we the indigenous people of Biafra, have taken the mantle in order to lead this fight, to remove ourselves from this tragedy that is happening to indigenous people that are unfortunate enough to be found in that contraption called Nigeria. It's very, very unfortunate. Therefore, we must continue. Today, I will just read some news headlines and open the lines, please. Today, I will read some news headlines. We all understand and listened to our HDOS, Head of Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra, yesterday, Mazi Chinedu. You all listened to him, and one of the key points, he made many key points, and one of them is, he urged Tinubu administration in order not to provoke IPOB to confront him, because we are not afraid of confrontation. Since Tinubu come there in any way, whether by merit or by selection on the election, we didn't care as IPOB. But Tinubu should never provoke IPOB for total confrontation with his government. It is one of the main facts yesterday by Mazi Chinedu, our Head of Directorate of States. The last administration of Muhammadu Buhari, he tried different ways in order to bring Ruga to our land, but all failed. He tried, whitewashed the name. He called it different names, ranches, American Ranches Association, Jamaican Reggae Ranches. He mentioned the different names in order to entice so that to mask it. But like our leader yesterday mentioned, if it is a national cake, we don't want it in Biafra land. You see, that livestock ranching, that they want to distribute as national cake, count Biafra land out of it. That is what Mazi Chinedu reiterated yesterday. Because this is not the first time. Let me tell you something. The Fulani Caliphate, they have a way of doing their thing. They have a way of acting in Nigeria. What they cannot get direct, they use their stooge in order to impose it. We have many examples that is glaring in our eyes. Right from the time of Gowon, 70s, they have been maintaining Nigeria low profile, hiding secretly as a member of OIC, which has been, it was a very source of national discussion and anger as of that time. So why should Nigeria be a member of Organization of Islamic Conference as of that time? And they keep on denying, because the Northerners were in charge of the hems of affairs directly of Nigeria at that time, as heads of states, as presidents, the Northerners. They kept on denying, and the non-Muslims in Nigeria, Christians mostly, keep on shouting about it. So they were afraid. They said, no, we are not in, Nigeria is not a member of OIC. And do you know what happened? In 1999, they selected their man, their boy, Obasanjo, because they trust him. The Caliphate trusts him. He's a British MI6 agent. is a British agent, Obasanjo till today. All of them, the whole politicians, high-ranking politicians. You know, the Igbo politicians never even reached the rank of being foreign agents. They tribe no way. Rather, they are agents of the Fulani Alhajis, different Alhajis. So they limit them there so that they don't even see road to become agents of CIA. So immediately Obasanjo took over, because we all should know, or many of us knew, many of us that we are around that time, because some people listening to my voice, we are not even yet born that time. But in 1998-99 election, we knew that Olufalaye won the election. Olufalaye, he won the election. But they don't trust Olufalaye. He is unknown to them. He is unknown to MI6. The Caliphate didn't validate him, so they selected, as usual, they selected Obasanjo, who is their man, a Yoruba man, and he came. They gave him contracts, and he signed to deliver. Obasanjo entered office as a Christian, as a Yoruba person, a non-Fulani, a Southerner, and openly normalized Nigeria participation. Openly, he officialized it. Nigerian contributions to OIC, financial contributions. He made them. He put Nigeria up to date. What I'm telling you is historical reality. What happened? I want you to understand how the caliphate works. They never give up. What is big for them to do when they are directly in office? They wait. They will use their non-Fulani agent, a Southerner, in order to use him to complete the job. That is the antecedents in Nigeria. So Obasanjo entered office, and immediately he opened up, officialized Nigeria membership of OIC. And people, there's one thing that made Nigeria negatively outstanding from every other country in this world. Whenever one person, a politician, is doing bad, as the politician enters, the whole tribal members of that politician will keep quiet. Whether he's a criminal or they support him. That is how they structured Nigeria. That is how Britain structured Nigeria. So that you say, okay, whether he's chopping people's head off, the whole tribal people, they will keep quiet and support him. It doesn't matter. That is how Nigeria is structured to be. So when Obasanjo, as a Christian, as a Yoruba man, as a Southerner, entered office, he officialized Nigeria membership of OIC openly. So the whole Christian Association of Nigerian Christians that we are wagging their mouths since, they kept quiet. Because they couldn't talk. They talk, yeah, he's our man. Don't worry, he knows what he's doing. The Fulani captured them through that, and their end seat. So there is no person that will enter power, and so even if he's a Fulani man, now they can go to OIC meeting of you cannot talk, because they will tell you, is it not your brother that put Nigeria into OIC? That is their politics. After Obasanjo, when he moved away from office in 2007, good Lord Jonathan came and became the first Nigerian head of state or president to openly attend the meeting of OIC. You know, I've been saying this. I saw the video. I saw it. The video is here. He openly attended OIC meeting in Saudi Arabia. Everybody, do you see? Do you see how the Fulani have captured everybody? Now they normalize that one. That is it. So what they are using, what they want Tinubu, what they want him to do is what Buhari couldn't do as a Fulani man in office. Now they use him to achieve it. Now he has announced, I think there is now minister for animal husbandry in Nigeria. I think we have it now. I think we have it. Let me check. Yes, there is. A Minister of Livestock Development for Nigeria. Only livestock development. He was appointed by President Bola Tinubu to lead the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development. Now, and remember, there is Minister for Agriculture. Remember, there is Minister for Agriculture, Dr. Mahmoud Abubakar, the current Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development. Now, you have Idimokta Maha, Minister of Livestock Development for Nigeria. Now tell me, what a tautology. You call it tautology. Repetition. Do you see Nigeria people are in Nigeria, your country? Do you see that? Okay, livestock development. What about Minister for Fauna Development? Minister for Crops Development. What about it? Now ask me, what is the job of Minister of Agriculture? You know, 2025, this is the beginning. I want us to have a real retrospect. Let's reason. Nigeria has a Ministry of Agriculture, or Minister of Agriculture. But they created, because normally agriculture encompasses both animal husbandry, livestock, and crop. Livestock includes both fishery and animal husbandry. That is livestock. Fishery and animal husbandry, cattle, anything animal, birds, rabbits, rearing goats, deers at home. Guys, anything about animal, they are under agriculture. But today, they created a minister or a ministry for livestock development, because the Fulani pressured it to be so. The Fulani conditioned Tinubu that he must do it, what Buhari was not able to do. Do you see that? And now they are talking about, Tinubu is talking about creating ranches in different states of Nigeria, including Imo State, including Abia, including different parts of different states in Nigeria. What does it tell you? That is Ruga. That is complete Ruga. What Buhari was not able to do. That is why what Tinubu wants to do. And do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know the saddest part of it? People are not coughing. Only IPOB is talking about this. The Yorubas keep quiet because it's their brother. That is what is killing Nigeria. It's their brother, so they cannot talk. No, I think now they created Sharia in Oyo State. In Oyo State, why there should be Sharia in Southwest? This is happening under Tinubu, a Yoruba man. All these things are happening, not under a Fulani president. No. Do you see, when I say that the Fulanis are politically savvy, very savvy in nature, politically, they know how to get their thing. And many Nigerians are keeping quiet. Yoruba people are not, firing it as it should be, as they were firing when Buhari was trying to create the same thing. Do you see why Nigeria should be destroyed? Do you see that? Do you see that there is no need for us to be together? Because people support evil, because that evil is being committed by their own ethnic person. They don't care. Until when Obasanjo, I didn't finish. Under Obasanjo, there was establishment of Sharia in the north, in the 12 or 13 states of the north. Because it was Obasanjo, there was no outcry. He went very smoothly and he allowed it. He said, "You people leave them. After all, I'm a Christian. It doesn't concern us." You know, anytime the Sharia, they say, "No, it's for Muslims." It never concern other religions in the north. It's only for them, the Sharia. The same way they are encroaching now in the south, they are testing. Remember, Pastor Bosu, what he said, that they will bring Sharia, secular Sharia, all over Nigeria. Now, as Tinubu is the president, in Yoruba, they use the fly kite. They use Olowu of Iwo, Oba Abdurrashid Akanbi. They use him to justify and say, yes, we need Sharia in Oyo. Once he goes through, before you know, he will enter Lagos. From Lagos, they will start distributing it to every part of the south, including Biafra land. Whereas people are being blinded by their ethnicity and tribal hatred of Igbos, because they want people to talk, mostly Igbo, they will now pin it. Do you see how they do? If any Igbo politician talk about it or talk against it, the Sharia in Oyo, hey, the Fulani, they will rise up against him and start telling them, look, you Igbos, you are troublemakers. Is it your place? Is it your land? Is it you are that they will now raise up the Yorubas to be with them, to activate the hatred they already have against our people, against Igbos, which is the reason why Nigeria is sinking rapidly. The hatred, Igbo hatred. The reason why states were created in the first place is Igbo hatred, to divide Igbo. By go on. He created rivers, East Central State, yes, rivers, Cross River, and East Central State. That is it. In order to thwart Igbos. Now, in order to thwart Igbos, they make sure that Nigeria lacks meritocracy. They continue putting idiots into positions. And that is what is sinking Nigeria. Idiots continue sinking I mean, idiots being in positions they shouldn't be in Nigeria. And Britain is enjoying it because it is what they activated. Britain is enjoying the situation in Nigeria because they will always come as eternal help. Okay, no, you are trying, you will get over it. Don't worry, continue like that. It's good. Inside them, they laugh. This is how they want their creature to be. This is how they want the entity, the zoo they created, the jungle they created to be. They activated it, and we continue, suffering the consequences. There is something I wrote in what happened in America, the terrorism or terrorist acts that happened in New Orleans, where somebody used a truck to ram over people. I think 15 people died on Christmas Eve, on New Year Eve, New Year celebration. It's despicable. It's despicable because people that's supposed not to die are dying just for the atrocities of people in power. There is something I wrote there. I say, yes, this is a terrorist activity, is a terrorist action that should be condemned. It's despicable because no sane human being should engage in this. But the problem is, why is the world not talking about the cause of this type of anger that makes somebody to be willing to kill himself and kill peaceful, innocent people? This is 2025. I want to lower my voice so that we start reasoning. Here, people hearing, listening to me, start reasoning. What is the why? What is the cause of somebody? He know that he will die. He enter into a truck in a country that the sky is his limit, where people are enjoying their lives, women and children, everybody enjoying. He want to kill as many people as he wants. The politicians, the mainstream media, they were terrorism, we condemn terrorism, yes, it's condemnable, but why not the international community go beyond that condemnation to find out why are some people, mad, frustrated to the extent of trying to kill others, ready to kill themselves as they are killing others. Why haven't people thought in that direction? Why? That is something that needs more. It needs more deliberation. Not only coming to condemn all this and that. The White House spokesperson will come and condemn. But what is the cause of all this anger, this frustration in this world? Why people are frustrated to the extent that their voice cannot be heard? There is nothing they think they can do. Only suffering in silence. Seeing injustice in this world taking place, they'll tell you, what can you do about it? We are powerful. You can't do nothing. We are in charge of this world, so you can't do nothing. That is the main cause of these problems. People being mad. Just tell the world should address this issue. I'm telling you. The world should address this issue. The real cause of anger and frustrations leading to this type of terrorist actions by some people, it should be looked into and addressed. Because sowing seeds of discord in different countries around the world, thereby causing wars, bloodshed, and extreme misery. It could be maybe the major cause of this type of madness. How do you think that people will be watching you from, for example, Somalia? In America, you're enjoying peacefully, whereas in their country, no peace. Every time there is bomb explosion. And when they study and check what caused the origin of the cause of this problem, they trace it back to the West. How, if it is you, how will you feel? No, we are all human beings. Let us talk, let us reason. If it's you, how will you feel? They look at maybe, during all this holiday time, people are okay, families are together in different Western countries, whereas in their own countries, Nigeria is being ravaged by Boko Haram. They are using terrorists in order to play politics in Nigeria, supported by the West. And during festive time periods like this, people will be watching the countries spending good. There is nothing, everybody is happy, whereas they cause miseries everywhere. In the parts of the world, they cause miseries. How do you think the people will feel? No, tell me, we are all human beings. No person is an alien in this world. We are in this world the same way Joe Biden came out in this world. That is the same way I came out, naked from a woman's womb. The same way nobody came out differently, either through operation, through surgery, or through normal delivering process. All are the same. These are the only two ways. No person came out from the wood or just all of a sudden appear from nowhere. No. Now, why should there be no social justice in this world? That is a very big question. So these are the causes of this madness that are going on, that innocent people are killed. People that are causing all these problems, they are being rounded up. No person touches, they are untouchable. And ordinary people are paying the price of their policies, their devilish policies. On this 2025, we should be more reasonable. I'm telling you, it is not only condemnation. You open CNN, all they are talking, terrorists, ISIS, this and that, yeah. But they don't talk about what are the cause or the causes of this madness. Let the debate go in that direction, so that people will find their voices in order to speak out. Because when you speak out, you bring down anger goes down. But when you cannot speak out, when you are prevented from speaking, that is where you can commit anything. And they will call it terrorists. Do you see that? That is a problem. So the West in general should recheck their global politics and their policies of maintaining world dominance. As I put it, after all, China speedily grew from very poor agrarian country in the 70s and 80s to become very great world power today without causing any war in any country of the world. The West should change their brutal politics of grab it all, take it all, and allow for real democratization of the world order. That is my own viewpoint of what happened, because many times we allow the Western media to brainwash us so that we don't even go deep down to understand, to probe, to ask questions. People are paying prices. Innocent people that has nothing to do with policies are paying the price. In America, the same in Germany, the same way people that wants to go to their normal businesses, lifestyles, are paying the price in Nigeria, in Somalia, in Congo. Do we talk about Congo? The answer is no. In the Sahel region of Africa, where the West now, they have weaponized terrorism. Even in the Middle East, in Iraq, in Libya, in Syria, where they now empowered he had the court terrorists to be the leader of Syria. He had the court terrorists that America bestowed $10 million bounty on his head. Remember, Osama bin Laden was $25 million bounty. The leader of, is it al-Nusra or what? It's ISIS, a head chopper. For you to see how these people can whitewash you, they can turn around and blackmail you and you become a demon. The same way they can whitewash you, you become an angel. That is how they whitewashed their ancestors that committed atrocities in Africa, in the Americas, in different parts of the world. They now whitewash them and call them angels. Are you understanding something from what is happening in the world? Are you understanding? The Al-Jalani, the Syrian leader today, before now, even the bounty is still on his head, whether America have removed it. The bounty of $10 million was on his head because he was one of the heads of ISIS that we are chopping people's head a few years back. All of a sudden, they whitewash him now. He's a saint. Are you trying to understand? Can you guess where I'm going? Angel Michael, Angel Uriel, Peter, Saint Peter, the Port Harcourt, Saint Harcourt, Saint Elizabeth, hadn't the terrorists and killers. Now they all of a sudden whitewash them. They become saints, and our people are praying through them. Do you see? Normally things that are happening in the international world today should make you understand how these people have dealt with us mentally. Don't you think? Don't you think so? Don't you think? If America can turn around a wanted person, that person, you see, he was more brutal than al-Baghdadi in Syria. He was far more brutal than al-Baghdadi. He had $10 million bounty on his head, either dead or alive. Any information leading to his either capture, dead or alive, 10 million, the person will be given 10 million. But today he is the person now that is, if you see how Western media are whitewashing him, no, he's a changed person. He is a, do you now see what they engraved into the book you are being controlled with? Saul is a killer of Christians, he's a bloodsucker, but under 1 second he changed. Are you crossing the T's and dotting the I's? Do you see it? So it's a miracle. It have happened again in Syria. He hadn't the terrorists wanted by America. They bombed several times but missed him. Today they sponsored him for you to understand that this world is about interest, nothing more. Interest, and interest. They use religion in order to get their interest. They use politics in order to get their interest. You think that religion is a serious thing. You are very serious, genuinely, innocently hidden to it, thinking that you don't know that they are using it in order to get to acquire their interest. You see that? So the world should act, because people's eyes are opening. Whatever, the world is a global village now. Whatever that is happening in one part of the world, it can be having effect in any other part of the world. That is the reality. So when people are suffering in one side, and now they are understanding the source of their sufferings, that it is caused by a government or governments in the West that their people are enjoying. Now, how do you think, if it's you, how will you feel? And people in Bruno are living miserable lives. People in Nigeria are suffering from insecurity. Life is nothing there. Come on. And what is the cause? Because they just want your natural resources. They want you to be miserable, so that they can be rich and wealthy and be living off you like vampire. How will you feel? Let us call a spade a spade. So, as I was saying, let me go back to complete what I was saying. Now, if Tinubu wants to avoid confrontation with IPOB, we are born with we are now baptized with confrontation. We are not afraid of confrontation, because anything that blood spills, anything that happened and you spill blood, finish. Fear, no more fear. IPOB is no more afraid of death. We are not afraid of imprisonment. We are not afraid of any. All that we are focused. So, say no to Ruga in form of any guys. Cattle ranches, animal how they want to bring investment. Mazi Chinedu, he said it. If cattle ranch is a national cake, we don't need it. Thank you very much. We are okay. For your information, we should be at alert, because they want to do this thing very coolly. Are you hearing me? That is one of the reasons why they stock up insecurity in our land, because that is how they work. Britain, that is their job. They will come, the West, in short, the West. They will come and bring problem now, stir up problems everywhere. After they will start coming as solution to that problem. That is what the Fulani have learned. They will stir problems, and they will say, do you know the cause of this problem in Nigeria insecurity? Why headsmen are... Do you remember how they have been defending the headsmen, Sheikh Gumi, the Fulani politicians? No, they have a right, as cows, as human beings are moving everywhere, cows should be moving everywhere. Very archaic pattern. Let me tell you, don't think that they don't know what they are doing. If they are saying something, you think that they are archaic. They are not archaic. They know what they are doing. They only try to stir up the wrong argument. You'll be laughing at them, say, how can human being be? And you think they don't mean it. They know what they are doing. They stock up problems everywhere, so that they will start. You start saying, if that's the case now, if the giving land for cattle ranch will be the solution for us to be in peace, I beg, let it be. And they have captured your land. That is it. That is their modus operandi. The same way the West is working. The same thing. Colonialists, imperialists, they work the same way. The same pattern. All over, every time, all over the world. Imperialists, people with colonial ambitions. That is how they work. They stir up crisis everywhere, and now they will bring out solution. Now look at Tinubu has created the Ministry for Livestock Management, and Nigerians are not talking. Tinubu created Ministry for Livestock Development for Nigeria, whereas there is Minister of Agriculture or Ministry for Agriculture. Nigeria is not. But do you see how quietly Yoruba news media, they keep quiet about it because it is their man? Do you see how Nigeria has been going from bad to worse? Nigeria is filled up with evil human beings, very horrible human beings. Donald Trump will say these are horrible human beings. I am telling you, very horrible. When Buhari was there, anytime you see them, even Yoruba media will first of all they will talk. Today they have gone mute because Tinubu is their man. They don't know that when you allow monsters to grow, it will grow to consume you. No, anything he does is their man. No, don't talk. I don't see nothing. Don't talk nothing. This is the evil we are forced to live with in Biafra land, because we Biafrans, we Igbos, we are the only people that, even if it is our own ethnic man that is there, does something wrong, we will rise up against it. That is who we are. We are very different from them. We are very different from them. If it's an Igbo man that is there and he does anything that is even against other people, that we say no, it's not like that. We rise up and start championing, speaking out. Do you see it? That is why we want to separate ourselves from them, because they are very horrible people to stay with. Let them stay in their own nation and manage their life in their own way. We stay in our own nation and also take control of our life in our own way. That is it. How can you have Minister of Agriculture or Ministry of Agriculture and now you create Ministry for Livestock Development? What does it mean? What is the need of a Ministry of Agriculture? Is it for stone development? Agriculture, what is agriculture? Is it for table development? What is it? Agriculture involves both livestock, both crops. It's crops and animals, in short. Management of it, development, everything. That is agriculture. But they have, because the Fulani said it should be like that, and they created it, and Nigerians are not even talking about it. It doesn't create any noise because it is a Yoruba man that did it. Everybody kept quiet. The same way people kept quiet during Obasanjo time and Sharia was created. Today we are seeing the devastations of Sharia in Nigeria. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, our leader, he said that Nigerians are evil. And I concur 1000%. Nigerians are evil, very horrible people. They support evil because it is their own man doing it. It is their tribal person doing it. They support it. When the repercussions will come in the next 10 years, they now start shouting. Obasanjo allowed the Sharia to fester. Today, the Sharia, the North is Sharia. Because of Sharia, Samuel, what is that girl's name? Samuel Jackson, Deborah Samuel, was stoned to death in 21st century in Nigeria, burnt alive. She lost her life because of Sharia, and many others. The terrorism that are festering everywhere was born out of Sharia. They are destroying our people's means of livelihood. People selling any alcoholic beverages, they are not allowed to be in the same country. In the North, they destroy their properties, their goods. Whereas these people, this is Sharia, this so-called very religious zealotry and bigots in the North, they are benefiting from money that comes from that haram, that alcohol, value added tax, alcohol, which they rejected in their land. They are benefiting from it, and the people talk about it. But why, when Obasanjo allowed for Sharia, no, people were, you know one thing. It's a tripod. When two is against one, the one is, you know, he has no voice. You understand? So when Obasanjo did that, if Igbos try to rise up and complain, they'll say, Igbos and Yoruba will use hammer, start hitting their media, start the Igbos, they are cause of problems, they are this and that. Everybody kept quiet. The same way, he has come again, no? Again. They created livestock minister of livestock development for Nigeria. Now, whereas there was minister of agriculture and rural development, Dr. Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar, all of them. I pity our people. Igbo man, we have been relegated to nonsense, to slaves in Nigeria. I'm telling you. When you look at all these people, heads of federal government parastatals, security, heads of security agencies in Nigeria, all you see is Alhaji or Rotimi or Yoruba and Hausa. Igbo man have no space, no place. We are good for nothing there in Nigeria, whereas we are making waves all over the world. How do you think that this type of tyranny against us will continue forever? How? Just tell me how. How? It doesn't matter. It might take 1 year, it might take 10 years, it might take 30 years, but it will stop. It will come to an end. That is it. You must, MUST, it must come to an end. Because tyranny does not last forever. History made us to understand that tyranny does not last forever. When you subjugate a people and you think it will last forever, it's impossible. It's completely impossible. As long as IPOB is alive and we are championing this quest, I am telling you, the end of subjugation has come. That is it. So, Tinubu in wants to bring Ruga in different guise to Biafra land. But we say, if Ruga is a national cake, we don't want it in any part of Biafra land. And they know that we don't mince words. They know that. They know that we don't mince words. If they can keep quiet and allow it in Yoruba land, in Biafra land, it can never happen. Ruga, in any guise. Do you see why they impose Hope Uzodimma in Imo State? Do you see that? Everything is Imo first. Imo. Are you now seeing the reason why they impose Hope Uzodimma? Now, in this 2025, we'll be talking about I will raise this debate about the mental state of an Igbo man in power. I'm telling you honestly, I will be making it from time to time a debate. You know, I'll bring up people. Let us discuss the mental state of an Igbo man in power. Because it used to surprise me that they don't have, once Igbo man is in power, it turns towards against his people. Because he don't have no power to go outwards. He comes inside. You see, Imo and Anambra, they invited Asari Dokubo, who is also an Igbo man. Remember, who is also an Igbo man, in order to bring people to kill our people. And he is not hiding it. Asari Dokubo has never hidden his disdain against Igbo. And he admitted he's an Igbo man. His name is Uzodimma. Sometimes what is happening sometimes in our land, I cannot fathom really why this. That's why I want us sometimes we discuss about the mental state of an Igbo man in power. I was studying about this Ukraine, and I came to understand many things. What is happening between Ukraine and Russia today? Remember, these people are brothers. Ukrainians are Russians. For your information, all of a sudden, the West started sowing seeds of discord, changed their history, that they are different people. They doctored the history of Ukraine. What I'm telling you is factual. Started changing language. They were speaking Russia before, nothing like Ukraine before, for many years back. Now, the West now started putting, sowing seeds of discord, telling the people that they are different, the same way they are doing in our land. Sari Dokumo, he will say, I'm an Igbo man. Now, why are you killing Igbo people? There is that I cannot bring it out. Inbox me. I have it anyway, but I cannot start finding it, looking for it now. His latest Sari Dokumo's rhetorics, where he said he is fighting side by side with the Nigerian army. Please, Mazi Jonathan, I don't know if you have it. You just inbox me right away so that I want to play it out. There is something I want to bring out there. Please, that latest Asari Dokubo's listen, please. There's something he said at the end. He mentioned how he is killing the Igbos, how he's fighting side by side in Imo State with the Nigerian military, killing our people. But at the last, towards the last, he said, anyway, freedom fighting, you have to be ready, they will kill you, people. And this guy is not coherent. So he knows that we are fighting for freedom. So he's being used. He accepted that, yes, he's being used to kill us as freedom fighters. He says it's not a new thing. So we must accept our fate of being killed, even using him. So sometimes you start asking, what is happening? And what is happening now has happened before in places, including Ukraine. You are seeing today. It's years of brainwashing. They doctored the Ukrainian history. They changed their history and taught it to people, taught it in school. They changed their language and started talking about Ukraine. It's no more Russia. They started changing words, Russian words, calling it Ukraine. Now they started after the fall of Soviet Union. Now they started, they made a law. They promulgated a law in their constitution, Ukrainian constitution, that speaking Russia is banned in Ukraine, which is their brother, direct. So you see, do you see the outcome? The outcome is that when you hate your brother, foreigners will use you. And don't think that foreigners love you. No. You are just a tool in their hands in order to use you against your brother. Once they finish with your brother, now you are nothing. You are completely nothing in their hands. Completely nothing in their hands. They can deal with you as they wish. That's why when I look at our brothers like Asari Dokubo, I laugh. When I look at people like that, they don't understand, or they don't read history, or they understand. People like that, he understands. Asari Dokubo, he understands. But he is driven by selfishness and greed. And that is the only thing. Average Igbo man mentality in power. He is driven by selfish, extreme, primitive greed. So he can do anything for money. Is the man not an Igbo man? Is he not killing our people? Is he not the person that invites? He said it. He said in Imo State he must be governor, even if everybody is slaughtered and massacred in Imo State. He remain only 2 people. He must govern. So he is the blood of his people merits his political ambition. Do you see? You know, I used to touch on this statement of good Lord Jonathan, but some people don't. Many of our people listening to my voice, you don't give big thought about this. Good Lord Jonathan, he said in 2015, instead of fighting to retain power in Nigeria, he said, look, I have checked, the blood of Nigerians does not merit my political ambition. And he gave up. He called Buhari and saluted him. But in Imo State, the blood of Imo people or Imo residents merits Hope Uzodimma's political ambition. In Rivers, the blood of Rivers people, let me put it like that, merits Wike political ambition. No, that is how Igbos fight. That's why I call our people primitive. I want people to understand, when I say something, there is a reason. I give you the reason. Primitivity is not about having private money, private wealth, being handsome or beautiful, shining, having properties. No. Sorry, it's not. Being civilized is not about all these. Primitivity is about massacring your own people, eating your own people. When you see in biology, animals that are referred to as primitive animals, these are animals that consume their own. They eat themselves. And the repercussions for being primitive animal, you can eat yourself into extinction. That is why it's primitivity. You are not civilized. Because if you are civilized, you have to save your race. That is number one thing. Saving your race. The way the West is doing is civilization. They go, I hammered them at the beginning, but that is part of civilization. They go outside and cause havoc everywhere in order to loot outside to bring for their people, for them to live fine. That is civilization, because they are saving their nation, they are saving their race. But when a people is inclined into consuming their own people, looting their race, massacring their race for the interest of one individual or one selfish interest or for foreign interests, they are primitive. I don't know whether people are catching what I'm saying. So that when somebody asks you, you explain to him very well. That is it. Nature abhors that. You see, nature abhors self-destruction. Nature abhors that. That is why when you as a people, you are engaged in causing wars, as America is doing, as the West is doing, causing wars abroad, destroying nations, countries, Iraq, Libya, Congo, Nigeria, so that you can be able to loot, steal their natural resources, steal their human resources in different ways, by attracting them, skilled workers, people, youths that are filled up with energy. You attract them to come to your country so that you use them for labor. You are building your country while destroying all those foreign countries. It is part of civilization. It is not primitivity. Nature, you have nothing to answer against nature. It's the world we are in. If lion can eat innocent deer, it is nature allows it. The lion have no repercussion. It will be growing on Amwabama. But when lions now start eating themselves, when they see a lion, they eat. They see they say they eat. They will eat themselves into extinction. They can no longer hunt because they will be few, and they hunt in group. So it becomes primitive, anti-nature, against nature, and they will eat themselves. The Kamadia is being extinct. That is the primitivity, and nature abhors it. For your information, that is what some of our Igbo people are engaging. And outside, and they swimming. That is primitivity. Is you are eating yourself into extinction. That is primitivity. Onye one oge, even oge nyeraka, outside. One thing or the other, call lawan no laro brego ya so yimi. So that ka aronaga amapuishi. Nyaya something. The pe onyaha ndiaha isuru ndi ireshiri your brother, they will not take you as anything because you are nothing but a piece of shite. Let me put it like that. That is primitivity. Because when we are talking, I'm not only talking about only on politicians, even ordinary people. In our land today, Isimeo is a very lucrative business, which is very, very sad indeed. Because you are giving foreigners power to dominate over us. When you work for them, now you are reducing or you are helping in our subjugation. And the result is all of us suffering it, both you. All of us. I used to say this. Okpa Biasika, that served Nigeria very well, that defended Gowon, Nigeria, Obasanjo pogrom, genocide against Biafrans. Where are his children? Where are his children? They change names. Do you see that? They change names now. They are being referred to as Igbos. Wherever they are hiding. If they hear what their father did, they read what their father did, they become ashamed. Okpa Biaseka family and others. Do you see that? Because they help the enemy to subjugate us. And today they are not even enjoying. For your information, they are not enjoying. Because anywhere they are being referred to as Igbos. Even if they change their name to Yoruba, the people will be murmuring it. These are Igbo people. They change their name. They are bad people because they betray their own people. That is how anywhere they pass, people that know them will murmur. No, these are, even if he answers Lani or Latunde, people will still murmur. Once they pass, they say, these are bad people. Beware of them. These are very wicked people. They sell their brothers. They change their name to be. They are not Yoruba. They are Igbo people. That is the reward for sabotage. That is why any country that catches a citizen, her own citizen, working or sabotaging their country, selling sensitive information to foreign country, They always go capital punishment for sabotage. Sabotaging, betraying your country is capital punishment. Where there is capital punishment or life imprisonment, because it's a capital offense. When you say all these things our people take for granted is a capital offense. When you see me, it's a capital offense. So our people should understand that. Now, I want to also comment a bit on what is happening. The insecurity. You know, they have been shouting about insecurity. Today, on 31st of December, 2 days ago, Bala Mohammed, the Bauchi state governor, he said security agents collecting ransom for bandits. Bauchi governor alleges. He said, before a governor will give out this information, say it in the public, he knew, he has proof, he has information. And is it not what we have been saying? Is it not what we have been saying? I think it's Babangida that said it to Abacha, that if there is a criminality or problem, violence that continues in any country for some months, whether 6 months, that know that the hand of government is there. Either they are using it for political purpose. Otherwise, government have the capacity to trample out insecurity. And Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State, he said it. Security agents collecting ransom for bandits. This is a news headline of 31st December 2024, 2 days back. The chairman of PDP, Governors Forum and Bauchi State Governor, Bala Mohammed, has accused some security personnel of collecting ransom for banditry. While speaking on channels, Mohammed, expressing concern that some criminals are allowed to roam freely, called for stricter measures to eliminate them, similar to those implemented in the country like Niger. He stated, I have a lot of respect for my colleagues at the subnational level and even at the federal level. I believe we must muster courage and capacity to do all these things without sparing anybody. And we must have the sincerity to punish and reward even the security agencies. They say even the security agencies know where these bandits live. You see, some security members of the security forces, you see some key members of security forces participating in random collection. This is what he said. He said key members of security forces in Nigeria. And that is true. That is true. You know, in our land, they are talking about insecurity. They are now using it as a political or this thing. What do you call him? Governor of Anambra State. Wambafo Soludo. Insecurity. In the Anambra, na work on the Anambra, and the Anambra. Some are Igbos. Most of them are Kogeri. But look at what happened just few days back. Father Bubemonso, he said the police refused to. I even saw the video. I didn't record, but I saw the video where he said it openly. Police refused to rescue abducted priests until I paid 1 million for logistics. Father Bubemonso. Now, let me read it a bit. Spirit is to prove to you that what Bala Mohammed said is correct. What he said is correct. Governor of Bauchi State. That insecurity in Nigeria, they are talking here, is just political statement. Government is in charge of insecurity. They are sponsoring insecurity in everywhere, including Biafra land. It's true. Spiritual Director of Holy Ghost Adoration Ministry, Anambra State, Reverend Father Emmanuel Obimma, popularly known as Father Bubemonso, has said that security in Anambra has broken irretrievably. Obimma said this while presenting a priest simply identified as Reverend Father Nonso to his congregation after his release from kidnappers, a week after he was abducted and taken into the forest by gunmen, Nonso, it was gathered, was kidnapped on December 17th in Anambra State, shortly after his return from Christmas holiday from abroad, where he was studying. Obimma, while presenting Nonso to the congregation, said, "Listen, for a week, Father Nonso was in the hands of kidnappers. The government could not do anything. It got to a point where I had to use my arsenal to rescue him. I approached a state outside Anambra and begged them to use their tracker to find my brother priest. They tracked him and sent the full location to me. I sent it to security people and they asked me what I want them to do with the information. I told them to go after the kidnappers and rescue our priests, but they told me they usually don't go into forest." Do you see? Nigerian police in Anambra track the number. They say, "No, we don't have we cannot," because they know the people that kidnap them. It is them. Maybe the kidnapped victim was in the barracks, in the police barracks. That is how they behave. You know, they will kidnap somebody, tie his eye. You will not know where he is. They will carry car, be running around as police. No person will, because why this thing is suspicious is this: they will kidnap somebody, run past different checkpoints, and nothing happens. Don't you know that there is something there? They will tie the eye of the person. The people that are kidnapping these people, they are Nigerian police and Nigerian military. Once they read if they stop them, they just flash their their ID card as police or military. They don't check what is inside the car. They go. That is it. They are their men. That is what is happening. Nigeria is rotten. They want us to rotten with Nigeria, but we say no. We say no. IPOB said no, we are not going to rotten. Many people have accepted rottenness as a modus operandi, as the mode of life in Nigeria. But we said no. This is not life. Okay, let me continue. He said, Abu Bomonso approached a state outside Anambra and begged them to use their tracker to find my brother priest. They tracked him and sent the full location to me. I sent it to security people and they asked me what I want them to do with the information. I told them to go after the kidnappers and rescue our priest, but they told me they usually don't go into forests. I opted to lead the operation. Ebube Monso. And for your information, this is a person that, why he took this case directly is because the person is near him. Maybe he is a person sponsoring him abroad for school, or to make him his own priest man. That is why he took it. If it is another ordinary member, he will come, they will pray for him, say, "I command, Holy Spirit will release him, go in peace." The family will go and they will kill the person. Do you see the hypocrisy in religion we are talking about? If we are talking due to I don't know, mischief and ignorance and mischief, people don't want to reason when we tell them about religion, that it is a complete scam. This person, this Ebube Monso, is a well-known Reverend Father, commanding, that has power. He has power to unleash blessing and to unleash curse and to kill bad people and to do. But today, you see it. I hope I'm my father. You can trouser. Are you seeing it? In his own case, the man is dear to him. That priest, that brother priest, is dear to him. He is no more calling Holy Ghost to do the job for him. No. Instead, he opted to do what we have been clamoring. He now go to police, which we say, okay, why not be telling people that, look, your solution doesn't come from heaven. No. There is no God anywhere that will give you a solution to the problem. It is you and I. So let us prepare. let us do it by ourselves. But you know, he went direct and started doing the do. He didn't pray. He didn't rely on prayer. But if imagine that it is ordinary person's brother that was kidnapped, they will cry and come to his chapel or his adoration ground, what they call it. He will tell them, now, oh God, so and you know, I declare that your brother will be free. And the chicken, that one will go. Do you see the scam? Do you see now the scam? You know, if we are talking, we are telling you, we are showing you evidence. Now he understands that police is the solution, because it touches him direct. Why not lead people and start telling them that, look, the problem, the solution to your security problem is this and that, government and police. Let us fight physical to enforce them in order to hold them accountable. Every time it will be the preaching. But the people don't care about it because of hatred, because of idiocy. They don't care. That's why they don't go to the debate. They don't like debate. Any religious person, he don't like debate because he knows that he has no common sense. No single common sense what is he is carried. And do you see it now? Because you know that if you come to debates, let us discuss as brothers. He has nothing to say. No reasonability at all. Ebube Monson now, they didn't touch him. He no longer sit down there and pray and command the Holy Ghost fire will fire the kidnappers and thwart them. But when it happens to ordinary member like you, Mugu, that is contributing, that is brainwashing, that he has power. He has power to bless you. But he don't have power to release people that are his priest brother that is in the hands of that was kidnapped. He doesn't have the power. Instead, he spent money. He called. Let me continue reading, please. I opted to lead the operation physically. It's no more spiritual warfare. I don't know. Can people understand me? I don't know. Religious bigotry is the hardest thing on earth to thwart, to crack. The hardest thing on earth. Mostly from our people. I'm telling you. This man, this Ebube Monso that has power, that people are coming, touching the mantle of his clothes to be healed, that releases different powers. Now, he lead the physical operation. Is this not we are talking about, that our Savior is we, ourselves, our organizability, that is governance. If we tell people the truth, millions of people that he has been deceiving, if he start telling them the truth every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that people are coming, tell them, look, I have no power for you, I have no power to secure you, there is no other power to give you blessing. Blessing is building factories in your villages. Blessing is holding government accountable. It is something that we must lead. We must do it physical. No spirituality there. The same way he opted to lead the operation of releasing his brother priest. You know, privately, you take it seriously. Onyema, man, they are one who knows. You say, I opted to lead the operation. If an ordinary member come and complain that, oh, my brother or my sister was kidnapped yesterday, Father, come and help me. What do you think he will do? He will look at you and bless you and say, Holy Ghost fire, don't worry, these kidnappers, I command them, they will leave your brother. Do you see what we call scam? Do you see that? This time he led the physical operation. I called the chief security of adoration and told him to assemble his men physically. No more. He didn't send the Holy Ghost. He didn't send the angels to go and do the job. Let those who have cutlass bring their cutlasses, because he touched him direct. Do you see the hypocrisy of these people? That is why I abhor this their mentality. I'm telling you. He now gather people physical. No more spiritual warfare. He's no more in the spirit. If you come and tell, no, Father, let us pray. No, don't worry. Jesus will bring him. Where is that your olive oil? Just let us invoke it. Holy Ghost. He will tell you. He will even tell his security man to slap you, because he touched him direct. And that is why now he is facing reality, leading people physically. That is what we want them to be telling people, telling their congregation, that I have no power. There is no spirit that will come and elevate you from poverty. Everything is we that we have to organize. You know, that is the message that we want them to be telling people, and we have no problem. It will change the mentality of the people. He said, I opted to leave the operation. I called the chief security of adoration and told him to assemble his men. Let those who have cutlass bring their cutlass, and those who have guns should bring it. I will lead the operation. When they saw that I was serious, that was when police told me I should not worry that they can rescue him, but they lack logistics. I had to send 1 million naira to them. This is a state where we have a governor who receives security votes, but it is individuals that are now funding security. I called the former governor, Willie Obiano. Now, he said he have to send 1 million naira to the police. Now, what if it happened to somebody that don't have that 1 million? They will kill the kidnapped victim, and himself will, you know, he will give you courage, comfort you. The Bible said, you know, God knows everything. No, but no more quotation for himself, because he have the capability. Now he did it by himself. He took over, paid money. If they are preaching to people that, look, this is what police should be doing, this is the responsibility of government, and government, let me tell you, when we talk about government, everybody is part of the government, both the government and the governed, the governor and the governed. They are part of the government, the people. You know why? Because it is the people in a democracy. It is the people that checkmates those politicians in power. Without being checkmated, they do everything with impunity, and that is what is happening in Nigeria, because nobody is checkmating them. They have the few politicians in Nigeria, they have succeeded in dividing and subduing the population. And these priests, these clergy men and women, whether in Islam or in Christianity in Nigeria, they are the tools these politicians use or are using in order to subdue the people. So that anything that happens, say, no, forget God, we do it. Trust God. Why didn't he trust God and invoke his power, so that his power will go and rescue his priests? No, he didn't do it. He have to pay. For you to understand what Bala Muhammad said, that the security, Nigerian security apparatus are collecting ransom from bandits. Why do you think that they cannot track these people? Kidnappers, they use bank accounts. They have telephone numbers, but they don't track them. They continue. They use POS, everything. Every of all these things leave digital trace. But no, they continue every day. Every day, people are paying ransom through the bank. What does it tell you? That the government is doing it. They are directly in charge of it. Today, Ebube Monso have confirmed what Bala Muhammad said. And Ebube Monso has confirmed that we are right in tackling religious brainwashing. That what they are doing is just simple scam. This is the person that many millions of people, millions of our people trust that to have power. This is the person that so many of our people, they trust that when they are people, they can never be kidnapped, or if their brothers or their siblings are kidnapped, they will go and tell a Bemonso will invoke the Holy Ghost, power will come and crush them, as long as they are using his sticker or using his uniform. This is a scam. Religion in our land is legitimize the scam. They pursue Yahoo boys, but these are the people that should be pursued and put behind bars, I'm telling you. But they are not doing it because they are working hand in hand with the politicians. Do you see when reality hit him? Say reality. You are quoting, talking, blah blah. When reality hit you, you will come back to that thing we are preaching. You will do the doing. In all this write-up, I never read where Bemonso said, now I prayed and invoked the Holy Ghost. He said, no, I did the didn't. I sent money, physical. I called my members and the security men, come, bring a cutlass, bring guns. Bring guns. Anyone that have gun, bring. If you have cutlass, bring. Let us go to the bush. Physical. But you, that is a member, ordinary member, if the same situation, you face the same situation, kidnapping of your kinsman, your sibling, you will go and meet him with tears. He will comfort you with the word of God. Hey, let me tell you, he continue pushing. Now, continue. Okay. He said, I called the former governor, Chief Willie Obiano, and asked him where the trackers he bought during his tenure were. And he said they were all there. What it means is that we do not have the security in this state. May God continue to protect his people. God will never protect his people. Never. It is not the work of God. It is your work. It is the work of man to protect man. As he did. He did the doing. You see it? He have the telephone number of Obiano. How many of his members have telephone number of Obiano? To ask him, to be able to call him and he pick and the former governor ask him, what of the trackers? Do you see the influence? Do you see when you are following these people? If reality hit you, you die. The same reality hit them now. They use their contacts which they have made. They will use it in order to liberate themselves from that reality. Physical. They no longer remember Bible or prayer or Holy Ghost fire. No. It's for you. It's for you, the population. It's for you, ordinary people. The Ghana desert. It's for you. They use it to control you. As somebody said, religion, mostly in Africa, they make it, they brainwash you, is to brainwash you so that the rich, the poor will not kill the rich. You are sinning against God, don't sin again. You leave the rich to enjoy his money and continue brainwashing you. That is what is happening. How many of his population, millions of people, have Willie Obiano's number? Do you see? If the police can do this to him, being a prominent person, what about ordinary people? You see that we are in a hell of problem. If we don't rise up, that is what IPOB is calling for us to rise up and do the doing, because it is only us that we free ourselves. It is only us that can save ourselves. Nobody else, no spirit can will do it. All these things is just what is in your head, nothing more. Nothing more. Oh, you believe you? It's nothing. It's just fantasy. A thought is a thought. Reality is different from your thought. Thought is fantasy. You are thinking. It never manifests. When reality hits you, now you will understand that. Look, it is we human beings that should do what organize our world so that we will not have this situation. If we have this situation, now we call police, only one dialing to police will do their job. But here, they don't do their job. And tomorrow, people will go to his prayer ground and he will start casting out demons and healing, healing the cripple as their scam. But he cannot use that power. He didn't use that power in order to release his kidnapped priest. It's very sad indeed. It confirms what Bala Mohammed said and what we have been saying, that Nigerian government is in. Now, what of the governor of Anambra State that is shouting of insecurity? But the police in his land in Anambra, they said they refuse. This person is not a small person. What is saying? What is Chukwu Masoludo talking about it? Then we talk about insecurity. But it is the Nigerian government, their government, they know what is happening. These people are evil. If not that, even Peter Obi said it the other time, that he wanted to investigate the massacre of Masobians in Ezu River. But federal government called him to leave it, don't do anything. And he kept quiet. His own brothers. And we took it lightly. We can endure anything. I use the religion, brainwash. We become docile. We don't call anything something. I was about women. No, leave it for God. Leave it for God. Peter Obi opened his mouth and said, "Look, I wanted to investigate the Ezu River massacre, and Obasanjo called me and said, no, leave it, and I left it. Lives of people, which he swore an oath of office to defend the right of Anambra State, in the Anambra, but he didn't do it." And he want to, with a sentiment, he want to go and defend your destiny in Nigeria. In federal, people didn't give that statement the type of attention it deserves. Do you know what it means? He disappointed Anambra people. He disappointed Ndibo by not rising up and telling the people that look at what I want to do, but I'm being prevented. That is how a leader should be. Now it is now for the people to rise up and be in support of him, because he could be, but he kept quiet until after many years. He now used it as a reference. It happened to me, when I wanted to governor. Don't worry yourself about the corpses you see there. It happened to me. I wanted to investigate the killing of Ezu River. But federal government warned me that I should not do it. I should stop. They use us as vegetables, I'm telling you. And today he is coming up for nonsense politics and presidential nonsense, and people are supporting him. It shows that we in short, Nigerians wondera. Do you see here on a name in Nigeria, the people merit it. Don't you want to merit it? I'm telling you honestly. What is happening in Nigeria is every Nigerian merit it, because these are people that love evil. They support evil. Peter Obi, only that statement he made should have risen heavy outcry. Do you know what is a life of people? Life of somebody. Life. Man can do. They killed extrajudicially, the chief executive and commander-in-chief of that state, chief executive officer, chief security officer of that state, that you rise up. Even if federal government say no, don't, he will come to state television and tell the people and say no, this is the life of my people. People will love him. He said no, I must investigate what happened if what he said is truth. But everything they use them to do politics. Our lives is nothing in their hands. Our lives means nothing. The lives of ordinary people means nothing to Nigerian politicians, mostly Igbo politicians. They don't care about you. I'm telling you, they don't care nothing, because they see that we are, the people, not we. IPOB, we are born again. Let me put it like that. We awaken the people. We are no more gullible. But outside that, other people are highly gullible. They will use religion to fine-tune you into stupidity. They will use a tribe to fine-tune you. They will use anything to fine-tune you into gullibility and stupidity. The priest said that what was shocking was that for the 1 week the kidnapped priest was in custody, his phone line remained open, and the kidnappers never bothered to put it off or even dispose it, knowing that they could be tracked through it. Why would they put it off? Because they know government hand is in there. The chief all have courts, military, police. They know that is what they are doing. And every time they will come out on television to start talking about insecurity in Igbo land, in Southeast, insecurity in Nigeria. These are demons. You see Nigerian politicians, they are the vampires, the demons you are seeing on this planet Earth. They joke with lives of people. Why Nigerians cannot rise? They have succeeded in muscling every Nigerian. The whole Nigerian politicians, they are bound together as one, united by criminality, by vampirism. They are all united together, dealing with the population, because they know they are in charge of the population. They have succeeded in using religion in order to divide the population, use tribalism to divide the population, so the population can no longer be one. Never. They have no one voice. When you come to our land, religion too divided everybody. Do you see that? Now let me continue reading it. So why would the kidnappers, why would they put off their phone? They are thieves. They are relaxed because they know that they are Nigerian police and military. They are doing the ones. Any ransom they took, they share it. They know how to share it. Police commissioner will get a share. If it is the person they kill and they harvest the organ, or they sell the organs for ritual, the money they share it also. They know how to. This is clear that the Nigerian government is in charge of insecurity, is sponsoring directly insecurity in Nigeria. But these people, they know it. Chukwuma Masolu don't know it. Hope Uzodinma knows it, because they are the people doing it. But they will come and start playing lip service. Insecurity. No, insecurity. Insecurity. Let me finish it. They knew that there is no security in these states. That is why I said that there is no security in Anambra State. Imagine using a tracker from another location to trace kidnappers, yet security refuses to act until I opted to use my own security to rescue the victim, and later they accepted, and I still paid them 1 million naira for mobilization. Only God will lead us. No, God will never lead us. No, it's we pay the consequences. We also will be the solution, nothing more. Stop all this God will do this. No God. Why don't you invoke God to go and liberate your priest brother? Why don't you invoke on God? All these are nonsense. The rescued priest, who was represented before the congregation, leaned on Obima, shedding tears. Meanwhile, it was gathered that he was rescued along a businessman who was abducted on the same date by the same gang, but in a different location. So the Nigerian police in Anambra, they know everything. Once they have suffered this man, they know, he has a contact. They say, okay, give us 1 million. You send them 1 million. They say, okay, we'll do it. Don't worry. If it's another person, he will live. The person will die. Do you see the difference? If it's another person, you imagine what is the need of being a citizen in Nigeria? Sometimes that is everywhere. I'm telling you honestly, because there is not what a citizen. What is the need of being citizen? You have a problem. You're a victim of one thing or the other. You must pay money to the police. You must. It's a must. Now you don't have money, you are dead. Is that a country? For how long do you think we can continue doing this? No. For how long? For how long do you think we continue doing this? Is it we continue like this until eternity? Is that what you think? Why we are human beings is for us to be creative, for us to change bad situations, for us to create favorable environments for ourselves. And the only way to do it is through government, through organization. A country, a people that are inorganizable, they continue perishing. Are you hearing me? Just like what we are doing, IPOB. You see people, they say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, anything you can do to get Biafra, do it. There is nothing you can do to get Biafra without being together. It's impossible. With incoherency. It's impossible. It becomes anarchy. There must be a central command. If you think it's just okay, you can do it alone. You can do it your own. You can. I saw some people on Facebook. Some people, the criminals, they arrested in the bush. They asked him, what are you doing in this camp? He said, no, I want to contribute my goal, contributing my own quota. He said, quota of fighting for Biafra. I like the slap they gave to him. So everybody, each person will just come and gather. Criminal will come and gather 2-3 people. Say, oh yeah, come and let us do our thing. They continue doing criminality, killing our people, and say you are fighting for Biafra. Is that the way to do it? You do it like that from now till 1,000 years. Nothing. It will be anarchy everywhere, lawlessness. There must be a central command that organizes. Not in the something. I know how to do. Why will it be Chinasa? No, I can do it. No person should talk to me. That is a very primitive mentality that is worrying our people. No, I can do it more than him. Before you know, he go from his WhatsApp group because he want to be given order. No, they are not. Beg me, I can do it. Start broadcasting on social media. I can do it. What a mess of a people. What a mess. What a mess. Do you think fighting for freedom is something you do individually? Individually, you are nothing. And what on here, nothing you are. And what on here, you are nothing. And what on here, it's only when we are in a bunch that we can make a statement and it will sound very well. But as an individual, what will you do? If you want to be on social media, talk nothing, it makes no meaning. Yeah, it's nothing. Do you know what it takes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to organize IPOB? Worldwide family all over the world. If you're a member of this family, you should be thankful. You should be proud to be a member, because it's just like ants. We are building ant hill. Imagine ants. You see millions of ants before, tiny creatures, but before you know it, there is ant hill that is 2 meters high. How do they do it? Because each and every one of them is carrying. Before you know, this one will carry one grain of sand. This one carry 1 grain of sand. Imagine 1 million carrying one grain of sand, maybe 10 in a day. It gives you 10 times 10, 100 million grains of sand, which will be more than, maybe before you know, it's even more than going to 1/4 of a kilo of sand. And they use it to build. They continue like that for days. Before days turns to weeks, weeks turn to months. They have built giant ant hill. But let one ant to say, I can do it by myself. This one say, I can do it. Let one continue building. For 1,000 years, he cannot build nothing. A word is sufficient for the wise. Let us learn in order to know. It doesn't matter. Organizing a people is not easy. Matching with millions of people is not easy job. There are people inside the group that are working with a wheelchair. There are others that are working with crutches. There are others that might be disabled. There are others that might not have a strength. So everybody will be carried along. It's not easy. But you that have strength, you can run 100 meters in 2 seconds. You think that everybody will run like that? No. People have not everybody have the same type of understanding. So there are some people, before you even talk something, they have understood everything. There are some people you will talk 2 times before they finally say, okay, it's like that. There are some, you are talking one thing, they are talking another thing. You will need even 1 year to convince them. So that is how a group of people works. And IPOB is carrying everybody along. Because that is the only, you cannot make it alone. I cannot make it alone. So it's better we join hands together, continue moving, obeying the leadership, being loyal. It doesn't matter how you think that the thing is moving slowly. You have the energy to move as an individual, to move run at 50 kilometers an hour. What of others that cannot even stand up, that are being carried? There are others in the group that are being carried along by carried. They cannot even walk. There are some that are, maybe they have amputations in their legs. You will leave them behind? No. We continue moving together. That is how it is. That is the journey to freedom by a group of millions of people, more than 70 million Biafrans. That is it. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that our people will call. Just few calls I will allow. Do not go away. I'll be right back.
In 25 years, when we return for the 50th anniversary of the Nesca Conference, that
you're very welcome.
that China will not be dominating the world at that time. And I'll wager that bet for 2 reasons. One is because I don't believe China intends to dominate the world. And number 2 is, even if they did, they would fail at it. Because we moved way past beyond the age of dominance. I think it'll be difficult for any one power to dominate the world. It's the wrong mindset. But let me just say this. In my lifetime, just in my career, peaceful rise has already happened. It's a fact on the ground. We went from a poor agrarian country to a behemoth that you know that is China today. Behemoth in every respect, okay? Yet, no country has been invaded. Not a single shot fired. No violence. And if you look at human history, the rise of every power, from Athenian Empire to the Roman Empire to the British Empire to America's manifest destiny to the rise of modern Germany and modern Japan, Ottoman Empire, every single one of them, their rise was accompanied by tremendous bloodshed, colonization, wars, massacres, okay? And China's rise to date has been bigger and faster than them all.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from our province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. Today is the second day of January 2025. I once again say Happy New Year to each and every one of us. Of the new year. The new year is something that is created by human being, which is normal, and that is why we must also, be in charge of our destiny in order to recreate our destiny, because Nigeria is not our destiny, it is man-made. What we are suffering today, it is man-made, and the solution is also man-made. It should be man-made by us. That is what we are fighting. Therefore, I will open the lines, please, so that people can call. Please, if you want to call, you can call now on both Signal and WhatsApp. The WhatsApp and Signal number is +61 405 142 547. Let me repeat. The WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat for the last time. WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. Therefore, you can call now and give us your view on the issue discussed. Please. As I said, one of this time I will open up for discussions about Igbo man in power. It's very, because sometimes what is happening is really, really very horrible and sad. While other races, other people are trying in one way or the other in order to rescue their people, make their people live more better lives. Our own people are killing or defending their own people. Our own people are sacrificing, our politicians are sacrificing our people for their own private interests. I have callers that are already here. Caller on Signal, Mazi Chris. Can you hear me, Mazi Chris? Mazi Chris. Caller on Signal. Mazi Chris, can you hear me? Please go on. There was Mazi gone.
This is calling from Italy. Mazi, I just want to say something regarding to the insecurity in our land, and I'm just pleading for the leadership. Maybe we do something different, something, because what I view these days now has shown me a lot of things. They heard what Soludo said about the insecurity that they are trying to bring the operation Udogachi again, another operation Udogachi, and my total and the view of that this thing now is that you watch any time election in the state election is approaching in Igbo, these people will always invite military, because as a black people in this shoji, we believe in anything with force. We don't believe in working peacefully to achieve good, but rather with force. That is why the whole of the leadership in Nigeria, the rulership in Nigeria, do well in using gun to oppress criminals. But you don't know that when you don't create employment and allow people to be busy doing something, you obviously have criminality. That is normal in every. Why do the white people make sure that everybody are feeding? Why should we be jealous of somebody that driving car? When you park your car and that person park his own, he stop from your own, he enter bus, everybody enter the same bus. Why should we be jealous? Somebody buy cloth, you go to the shop and say, I like this cloth, you go there and pay the same thing he pay. Go to the shop and he buy the cloth. Even if it's a big man, buy the same color, whatever you like. Somebody is driving a Wudu A4 or a Q5 and he pack the Q5 ash color, you pack your own ash color. Nobody. So now, what am I saying here is that I watched Soludo, the one buff, how he made that man. Anyway, is not our leader has let us know that being speaking a refined English doesn't make a refined wisdom. It doesn't make anything. He said that they are trying to make sure that they bring Operation Udogachi Anambra State. If you these things that anytime election is trying to approach within next year, they will be talking about election of Anambra State, and now it's talking about to bring in this military to clamp down. And they watch. Let me tell you one thing. Why I want to say that the killing in Oyosobolo in the Hiala a few days ago, he says that these people we deliberately, as you said here, now create chaos to enable them water the ground to have an avenue or excuse to come in. And that is what I understand what happened in Hiala. The same security people we are talking about today they have launched in every of our road, and the criminals will come and operate and go. If the army and the police staying on the road does not work, why can't they be patrolling, going inside, leave the road and leave checking people with bags? You cannot cross some area now without being checked, without being hands up, without being even some people come down from buses and trek. This is the kind of humiliation we have. But upon this, there is insecurity. The criminals will come, kidnap people, take the people. In Nigeria, where a policeman will stop somebody and take that person's account, go use his ATM, transfer money to his account, you call the bank and report. Nothing happened, but they will trace somebody here. And I remember when some people begin to give these people in America begin to give our men or something here, they arrested some of them. They call them, they say, go, we send you money, go to bank. That person go to bank. I only that said it. Go to bank, and they immediately inside the bank, police will arrest him because they have traced the account where they pay the money. So why can't Nigerian government trace the account of these police people or even the bank report them? But this is a collective wickedness. But I know when I pay the price, we are paying the price because we are the people who are dying. They are the only thing partnering Nigeria with each other is the crime. They are partners in crime. So whatever they are doing something. So we are saying something that this our people, our leadership look into this statement of this man. What he said is very, very something we monitor now because they are trying to bring this operation Udogachi again in order to kill our people again. And they will call it that because of insecurity. And who went to heal and kill our people? It is the security people. How can you tell me that we are in Igbo land where there's insecurity now? They know they push it in every part of the world. Insecurity. Police and army are supposed to be alert. And somebody will go to a party and keep people, will go to a checking point and kill some security and went to the party where they are doing party and keep people and went away. Nobody intercept them. Nobody pursue them. This happened in Anambra State and they go free. And Soludo will come and tell us that this thing is happening here. You don't know that the security men, the military man they are bringing to our land. I wrote to Soludo, I told him that you have to view this. These guys call them the military man, the military men from all parts of the African country, Mauritania and the Mali or Senegambia. They're bringing them into our land. Those that see us as an enemy. And you tell your enemy to guide you. How can somebody tell his enemy to guide him? And these people are saying in the name of Nigerian army, they are protecting us. They remove their uniform and go and keep people and come back and wear the uniform. The same thing happened. So we should look into these governors and know how to talk to these governors, and they should be very, very careful. This struggle, we are looking for it peacefully. But believe me, if we are looking for this to struggle peacefully, it take us years upon years to get it. Maybe through peacefully. But the other is what this struggle, if I die for this cause, I don't give a damn. Because so anybody that kills me, I wave that person goodbye and see you later. See you very soon. Because then when they get people, one your brother on the work must die. Those that spent 30 years or 40 years died, even those who spent 80 years. Garaman say, all die now. If you fall from upstairs and die, now die. If you die inside your house, want to kill you, now die. If you die by yourself, now die. All that is death. If you kill me tomorrow, think that you haven't gone, kill me. Maybe tomorrow you have an accident and die. You come there and meet me there if there is a place where the dead people are staying. I don't think so. So let me just chip another thing before I go. You talk about Peter Obi, when he's talking about they want to investigate those that are killed in Ezure, and the federal government, they call him. This is the person, some of our Igbo people being gullible, expecting him to be a governor, a president of Nigeria, and he make change. We asked them those days, if Peter will become governor to a president of Nigeria today, let's assume he make change, build a road network in Igbo land, allow airport to function in Igbo land, and after 8 years he left, another person come in and shut down the airport. It happened before Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan allowed Enugu airport. As Buhari came in, what did he do? He shut it down. He make it impossible again for the flight to come there. So you know how many years, if not to have people shout, that's why they allow even to Ethiopia to come there. Ethiopia come there because our people are patronizing them. They know. If not otherwise, if they make it to other airport, they will not come. Only one decent tarmac or what they build there. So what I'm saying, the P2P, now if he become president of Nigeria today, something people are for East or the Igbo people are being killed. They want to do investigation about it. The Britain will also call him because Britain is the father of Nigeria. If Britain come, he will not say no. If Mr. Obasanjo will come here, he forget to investigate about his people being killed. The same thing will happen if he become president tomorrow and our people are being killed. Britain will call him and say, forget it. And you know, Britain have SARS in Nigeria, in the Igbo land. SARS only work in Igbo land. There's nothing like SARS in the Yoruba land. There's nothing like SARS in what do they call it, in our north. Only in Igbo land. So these are the things we are seeing. And with this struggle, believe me, this struggle is something peaceful, but it cannot work peaceful. Something must happen. Either we die, all of us, we die. We are 60 million before we give up 40 million, and maybe they will let us go. And the remaining of us will multiply. After all, there's content has gone up to 10 million people. Thank you, Mazi, and God bless you.
There were, Mazi. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There were, Mazi.
Good evening.
There were.
Udo Derege. My name is Tony Obunna. Mazi, there's something that baffles me, and though you didn't read the news, but I want to ask whether if these people, whether they are deliberately deceiving us. There's something that happened in Imo State. Was it on 31st in Catholic Church? I think Amobi in Imo State, something like that.
Amimo.
Yeah, BBC. Yes, Amimo. Yes, Amimo. BBC carried it. That a guy shot knockout in the compound. And the Reverend Father now used gun to shoot the guy and kill him. Now, my question is this so-called clergymen, Reverend Fathers, do they carry gun around? Is the God that they are preaching to us that will protect us is no longer protecting them, that they carry gun around? Because this is on 31st night. And it's in church service day. So the thing baffles me, Mazi. I'm confused. So I want you to throw light so that maybe I will understand more. Please. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, well, okay.
Thank you.
Now listen from the background. You know, sorry, I caught the wrong person. I'm very, very sorry. Mazi Bona, please, you can call back. I caught the wrong person without knowing. Honestly, like what our brother asked is very, 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 very annoying. But the reality is this: the life of an Igbo man in Nigeria is nothing. For your information, the life of an Igbo man, Igbo person, amounts to nothing. It's chaff. So anybody can kill Igbo man with impunity, including his own Igbo brother that is, for example, in a higher place like the clergy, the priest. Do you think that if it is, for example, if it is an Hausa person that do that, he come out, he see in Hausa, he say, that me Hausa man, he will not shoot. Instead, he will holler and say, come out here, Aboki, what do you do? Come out here. Because he knows that if he shoots the person, if he shoots a Hausa man, there will be consequences. If he kills a Yoruba person, the people will not agree. There will be consequences. But an Igbo man, no person will hire the people. He has contact more than them. I think I read that the man has been the reverend has been has been arrested. All those are window display. They encourage them. You see, tomorrow he will be released from the backyard. So the life of an Igbo man matters nothing. It amounts to nothing, because once you kill an Igbo person, is nothing, with impunity. You understand? With impunity, nothing happens to you. As long as you can call, you have a contact of. They are surrounded by police commissioners as friends. They have governors as there. So the other is nothing. Igbo man, is nothing. So that is the issue. We are in grave danger in Nigeria. All things that are happening should be telling our people that we as Biafrans, we are in grave danger, great one. That is why we must rise up and do something. Otherwise, the future is bleak, really bleak for us. Are you hearing me? The future is bleak for us as a people. Killing an Igbo person means nothing. No, you killed an Igbo man, you killed. Oh, who killed him? The Reverend Father. Lawyers will go for him. Big son, or this and that will go for him. And he'll call his contacts and he will go. They will release him. He's an Igbo man. We are orphans. No person talks for us. Even our, slaves. That is what they took us to be. And that is why we must fight tooth and nail in order to remove ourselves from this mess we are in. That is the only thing I can say. That is why anybody can kill Igbo man with impunity, including our own people in the hierarchy. They don't care. Look at Hope Uzodimma. Look at Hope Uzodimma. Look at all of them. They kill our people with impunity. Shoot him. Look at Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo opened up on television. On video. He opened up on video with AK-47. Not one. He come up and threatened the whole race, Igbo race, that he will shoot all of us. He will kill all of us. He will continue killing us. He will continue killing us. And we allow it to go because no power, nothing. Do you see that? That is the problem we are in. That is the mess we are in. That is why when I see our people, they don't think about all this. They don't think about all this. Christmas and New Year, and showcase, we are in great danger, honestly. And the only solution is to support what we are doing in any way you can. That is it. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. Yeah.
Mazi Jonathan, good evening.
Yeah, woman.
My name is from. I'm listening from the zoo, from the darkest place. Now, from your preamble, you talked about Apostle Paul with the Christianity. To me, since from the day I begin to reason, I understand that Apostle Paul was an infiltrator. into Christianity, just like what we are doing. I only see everything about Christianity, like the movement of IPOB, everything, every down thing. Apostle Paul infiltrated the Christianity with a new message, which was not the original message that was given to them. Since they cannot kill them all, they are trying to kill them, they couldn't kill them. He now decided to go in them. It wasn't a miracle that he's just changed overnight. It was, if he threatened, it is, as if he threatened the Christianity, he now bring in his own message, which was what Nigerian government was trying to do to us, to give us a new face of the struggle, the type of Biafra they want us to be pursuing. But thank God that our leaders understand every ethics that they are, every move that they are making, because this is the 2 times such thing will happens in the history. Even somebody like Emperor Conte for the 2nd time, because he used exactly the same style of Apostle Paul. He decided when he dreamed about a cross, he now decided to change his religion to Christianity. Now from that changing it to Christianity, he now mixed up all the bad thing about the Rome, every religion surrounding the Rome into Christianity today, which is what we are seeing today as Christianity. Which if we would have allowed what Nigerian government pushed to us, I tell you, by the type of Biafra we will get from them, I think it will be even worse than that of Nigeria. Then coming to the Anambra security in Anambra, no, from what Monso said, that the police don't, that show you clearly that police can even rescue person. Which since police are not rescued, they are the people who are even kidnapping the people. Now they know that if for the Monso would go forward to rescue those people alone with his own security men, it will expose the people who kidnapped those people. That was why when they see he have made that move, they now followed him up to say, okay, bring that 1 million so that we will go and rescue the person.
Of course.
But if we would have rescued them, then they will be exposed. This is what we are talking about. Even Soludo as the governor knows who are the kidnappers are. They only do all the whole style so that they can be able to be doing what they are doing. They can be able to be stealing and then nobody will be talking. Opposed to them and the Soludo, they are the same people. They are under the same. He's doing now, bringing up Operation Udogache just for the next time, for him to get the environment hostile so that they can rig him in for the 2nd time. This is what we are doing. We are praying that God will give us more strength as we are pushing this Biafra. But the people of Kadiama will help us, because we have a good leaders who are visionary, who understand every ethic that they do, who knows the whole move that they are making, and also who are taking this right step to freedom. But the most important thing that we need, that this education that we are doing us, in fact, the education is what we need most. This awakening education is what we need, because this is the only thing that will give us the type of Biafra we need. Oh, thank you, and God bless. Good night.
There, Mazi. We must continue. That's it. We must continue. Caller on signal, Mazi Ebona. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Mazi Ebona. Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Can you hear me, Mazi? Caller on signal. Can you hear me, Mazi Ebona? Why are you not talking? Or are you not hearing me, Mazi? Can you hear me, Mazi? Caller on signal. Can you hear me? No. I don't know why the waste of time. I don't know. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. I think you'll be the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp.
Good evening, sir.
There, Mazi. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is Dana Barimadoyemuchetu. I'm calling precisely from you, Iberi. Sir, I thank you for being on air today. Please, I would want to bring you back. I know it's not the topic, but what you said that a day is coming that you're going to detail on Igbo politicians and all that. I think so. Now my question is this: before you do that day, please, I want every other principal officers who know like to come on air, because I want to ask a question, and that question, don't answer it now. I want to ask, who is an Igbo man? The name Igbo, how did it come to existence? Because something played out last week. From Iguacha, I was going to buy, I do Ubuaja walk. So I stopped a keke to hire him from a locality to another locality. So because of this, toutish thing from Ikwere boys. So at the time, the guy said, no, Biggie no go allow me. And who is this Biggie? Is the one who holds the KK guys around within the other district of Ikwere, Obiakbo side. So I said, why? You're on a drop. So nothing stops him. Even if they want to stop you, is to know if you are carrying passenger from this unit. But since it's just a drop, I've been doing it, they won't disturb you. He said it's not going. I said, why? He said even the chiefs will support him if you want to drag it that way. Do you understand? Now, why I'm referring to that reference, the same thing happens to Igbo man too. Do you understand? So why is it that these our traditional leaders who are regarded to be old eastern areas of the so-called Nigeria, why are they using the youth or using themselves against ourselves? This is why I said I want to ask this name Igbo, how did it emerge, and who is meant to answer this Igbo, irrespective of our variance in language, do you understand, or lingua? I want to really know that day who is that, but keep it there. But going back to your first presentation in regards to this ranching that they want to bring in. Sir, another question I want to ask.
Isruga, don't mind the name they call it, the baptismal name, ranching. Isruga.
Yes.
Go on.
Yes. So why I'm asking this is that no matter how they want to change the name, twist it, my question is that these religious leaders like Pastor Boson have written about this coming Islamization. These Christian leaders, have they finally gotten their Twitter handles like the Body of Khan and PFN? If they have, please, can it be announced on air to us? Let's send them the message prior to this, commissioning of this thing this year. Let's see their reaction, because these people are claiming that they are not aware of what is going on, that their prayer is covering everybody from their different pulpit and altar. I want them to be involved so that when the time comes, nobody will say that we did not tell them. When we start reacting like children, they used to call us under an apparent matter, like my name has taken it. So I want these people to be, I don't know how to put it. If they have a Twitter handles, please announce it on air, because this thing they are bringing is going to cause problem. I love what you are saying today, that the whole world should come into a round table and discuss this useless act from these useless people from diverse areas of the earth. If not, that's heaven where they talk. You will come to existence, so everybody will die. Everybody will go to that same hellfire where the police say there is hellfire. Thank you so much. I remain Sundana Parima.
There were Mazi. There were. The Twitter, anybody can go to Twitter and search for Twitter handle or anything. But if any of us know it, you can also say it out. There will caller on, let me see, caller on signal. You are the last caller. I don't know what happened before. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal again. Can you hear me? Yeah. What happened? You were not speaking before.
From you, so that's why I had to call back. And sorry about that. I don't know. Maybe it's network. I believe. Mazi Jonathan, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Like Mazi Jonathan said, we are in New Year, and the difference between yesterday and today is in the event. So the world is just running. It's really human being that will make the changes we want in life. The New Year that we are celebrating is the still human being that is celebrating it. Yesterday is still the same human being that was there yesterday. So It's human being that is the beauty of life. This is why we, in our own dialect and in our own culture, we name human being Mado, the beauty of life, because this is the beauty of life. And I say to all, this 2025, as our Gregorian calendar has stated, we shall exceed our expectations. And for Biafra, freedom is the movement and freedom is the end product. This is what we have out for, and we must continue. Our leader, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, who has remained in the SS dungeon unconstitutionally against court pronouncement, Appeal Court of 13th October 2022 is there. UN opinion is there. So the whole world has spoken, and even the gods of the land, even the justice of the land has stood on the side of our leader Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. But the darkness will always try to prove that it's darkness. But we know that at the end of the day, light will always prevail over darkness. Mazi, not taking too much of your time, I will just analyze two things from what you just alluded. All your analysis on point as usual. You mentioned about Asare Dokubo, the way they used him, he was bragging on video, he carried AK-47. So this is the system. So when they come out to say that there is no system, you as a Biafran, you as one of people that is doubting, you have to believe what is happening. And today, I believe on the news, and even we saw everywhere that the governor of Rivers State has made him a king in his own land, giving him government staff of office. This is what Nigeria is all about. So they reward the criminals just to use them to work, to keep the masses, down. Because Asare Dokubo is an Igbo man from his own mouth. But let me now tell you why it seems he's killing the Igbos. Because he's an Igbo man, and from the history which him himself said from his mouth, that his ancestors were sold into slavery to the Ejos, to the Amak family according to him. And now he knows that there is this, when we say the Igbophobia, Igbo hatred, this thing transcends. We know our boundaries, we know we are Biafran, but even in the Biafra, this thing has come in. That is why this our brother Ndana Padamadi is saying something about Ubiakura and stuff like that. These are Igbo people who the system has divided, separated them, now use them to fight passionately to help the Fulanis to conquer us without even them knowing it, that the more they are still hating the Igbos, allowing the Fulani to use that loophole to penetrate, and the Yorubas today are the owners of all the oil wells in their land, controlling their riverine waterways, that them themselves, the same way they want to conquer Igbo, the same way they are also seen as the Igbos and the Biafrans, and they must be conquered also. This is a policy. It's not a choice. They have stated it as a policy, and their father, Ottoman Danfodio, started it. And what am I trying to say, Mazi, is because Asare Dokubo, being an Igbo man, he understands that hatred. Because look at today, the Ejos, most of them, they are expansionists. They are busy dragging land, trying to expand, trying to claim the territories of Igbos. They go there, they send Doki people are no longer Igbo. Annexation, just now they have gone to Akwa Ibom to go and claim, causing problem in community, dragging people to convert them to be Ejo. Nigeria government is backing them in this. This is why they're using that the neo-colonialist organization called IYC, Ijo Youth Council, or Ijo Forum, whatever they are using, to make sure they keep the people divided. This is why you see Asare is killing the Igbos, because he knows that the people he is living in their land, claiming to be one of them, knows that he's an Igbo man. So for him to validate his state there, he has to kill the Igbos to prove to them that he is one of them. So any day he's see him coming to do supporting Igbo something, you see they will come against him, they might even eliminate him. He knows. So when he's doing all these things he's doing against the Igbos, he's playing his own politics. He's validating his state there because he knows they know the ancestry. Even though history has proven that almost all of us are from the Igbo so-called. But I almost believe that people know where they come from, and This thing to make sure that as far as that name Igbo is existing in Nigeria, you must be brought down with your own people. With anyhow you want to look at it, they are ready to bring you as an Igbo man. That is like Baobagi, build the highest entrepreneur, do the highest philanthropist in the world. When flood happen in Sokoto, go and give them your life. Anything that happen, go there and lie down, eat with them, do everything. But once that point when they are going to show you that this is Nigeria, they will tell you that Nigeria does not belong to you. And that time, after all I have believed, I never know that Nigeria is like this. This is where our complaint always anger me, because we always allow evil to reach us before we begin to see that this is evil. Now, number two, point I want to bring out is, thank God that one of your callers has brought out this issue concerning this killing in Amimo, in Imo State. Because there's a way I analyze my own issue. Look at this church. The church is also called St. Columbus, which is Christopher Columbus. We know who Christopher Columbus is. These are the people they adore, make them saints, and use them to build churches in our land. Imagine the kind of Reverend Father that is spearheading a parish called Christopher Columbus. The kind of mindset, the kind of training these people have given to them. Because you see, most of this Reverend Father, he can never, I stand to be corrected, most of them are CIA agents in our land, and we don't know. They are using them to keep us abreast, keep us distracted, whereas they are stealing and exploiting our land on daily basis. This man has a gun that he can cock and shoot his fellow Igbo man in the church for playing fireworks. Fireworks, do we know what it is called fireworks? Is this same Christianity that brought Christmas that we are celebrating today? They are the same people that showed us that there is what is called fireworks. If not because of this Christianity, there is no reason why we should be celebrating Christmas. But we celebrate Christmas because there is Christianity. And this Christmas we celebrate, fireworks is part of it. Maybe a child or a young man be taking lot of youthful exuberance, play banger, everybody know, knockout, they play everywhere. He remove a gun, cock a gun and shot at his fellow human being. And tomorrow he will be in the altar when the Fulani will kill you. This is where I find it very terrorizing. They face the reality when it comes to them, but they lie to you and you believe what they tell you. When Fulani kill you, they will come and pray to you and tell you that that vengeance is of the Lord. Anybody kill you, that person that kill you is the person that will go to hellfire. You that they kill will go to heaven. You see that confusion. But when it happens to them, like a man saw and his crew now, it has happened to his own person, his own Reverend Father, he has brought out money. Don't forget the Methodist prelate who paid 100 million naira. Who was even calling the church, anywhere you can excavate money, borrow, make call, please, if I come out, I will pay back. Because they know that what they are preaching is, there's no reality in it, but they keep on using it to hold you down as an Igbo man, hold you down as a Biafra, whereas they are even enabling, because this is when they talk about the conquest of Fulani conquest in our land, or Islamization policy. I tell you with utmost authority, I say it out that the Christian leaders are part of the game. They are the enablers. They are part of this conquest mission. I don't know what their plans are. Somebody said about Khan and Twitter handle. Our leader has come out to tell you that Khan has no Twitter handle. There's nothing like Twitter handle. So this Khan you're looking at is also being controlled by what we call this Sultan of Sokoto. Because he's the head of all religion. So they are all under this same Islamic umbrella, which Obasanjo gave them the package in full. That today they are having Northern Sharia state, that you cannot drink beer in their land. But when the VAT for beer come out, they will take the largest share. If you ask, they will tell you they produce the, what's it called, this thing they use in producing the beer and all of that. So this is the Nigeria we are dwelling in. And when we tell our brothers, look at them today, I know that people are from Lotawa village, but without ESN, you will not ask yourself, you only 1 minute of thought. that without ESN, when you kiss had it been Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not rise up to at the right time to create this Eastern Security Network that today defend the land and make you to come back and say, can you be able to come back and say that like when you're all about when Fulani dominate the forest, communities are being chased away, so many places. But today the peace have returned. Our people have IPOB through ESN, through the leadership of IPOB, DOS has worked tenaciously, without relenting, without rest, 247 to make sure they restore that peace for you to come back and enjoy. Thank God you are in your villages now listening to this Radio Biafra. You take a pause and ask yourself this question: if I go back to my base, can I be able to come back again next year and celebrate what I have celebrated? This, if you ask yourself this question, it will only bring you the second thought of the need to do what? Support what is happening, support the struggle for liberation of your people through IPOB, spearheaded by DOS. These are the leadership at the helm of affairs for this struggle, and they have been transparent. I don't speak for them, I don't know them, but I, being somebody who is on the ground zero, looking at things happening, I have seen that these people know the way, they lead the way, and they also follow the way. So you don't have any excuse not to support IPOB, not to support Eastern Security Network, for you to be able to enjoy, because enjoyment is good to last. You don't enjoy today, tomorrow you begin to suffer. You know what it means. So today we have come back to enjoy our villages, swim water, all those old memories we've left for long. We have come back to reunite with them. When we are going back, we should try to take out something from what we have experienced in our villages. Look around, those things that were there before you left, are they still there? Like our Lord will always come and tell us our water waste. Cleaning up our water. Mazi, let me say this before I end. I traveled to Ebema where I was born. There is this Nkesa River where we normally go. Those days when we are young, we go there to swim water. This river is very wide, big. We swim, even they do picnic those days. They are very functional place. You will like it once you go to those places. But you know that I went there, I said, let me go and even reunite with my past. Only for me to go to those rivers and see that all these places have been left. Nobody clean it. Rather, they are cooking fire oil, pouring inside the water. Everywhere is messed up oil. Even the people, villagers have abandoned the whole thing. Everybody is facing, Western life. I said to myself, no wonder our Lord looked at and said, this is a very big project. And this is one of the things today, you that is in the village can also try and see how you can add to the value of where you come from. Not just going there to do a show. It become a ritual. You millions, you go back, dust to la. Next year, we shouldn't be living this cycle of deception called life we are living as Igbo people. Every other race is trying to come back to their land, to develop their land and live in their land and defend their land. We shouldn't always be running away from our land just to come back as a ritual every 12 months and go back. We are too bigger than that, and we should try to make sure that we support the movement for the liberation of our land. Because it's the only way we can be a real people, because as far as Nigeria is concerned, we are fake people. We are totally fake people, because it's the only woman that must deny himself to blend in Nigerian politics, which is Mazi. Thank you. Let me allow others to call in.
Thank you. Thank you. You will be the last caller, Mazi. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, they all callers. We have said it all. All that we are clamoring for is bettering our society. This is what every country, every advanced or developed country did. They passed through the process we are passing through. In every developed country, there was a time they had a revolution. It's undeniable. It is part of every advanced country's history. There must be a time of revolution. That is what we are trying to do, because we have checked. There is no life for us in Nigeria. There is no life for us. It's a setup. Nigeria is a setup, a tragedy, a tragic setup by Britain in order to undermine us as a people. That is it. So, we being as human beings, to prove that we are real human beings, we must make sure, in order to pass that setup, which is Nigeria, bypass that tragedy. That is it. So, it is not an individual fight. It is a collective fight. Let us have a retrospect. 2024 has gone. Many things happened. And this 2025, we must make sure to double our efforts. We must make sure, in order to add value to our communities. Mazi Chinedu said yesterday, he talked about planting trees. He talked about planting trees. It's a very big pity that we grew up to pick Odara. Maybe when you check that Odara tree, it might have been there for more than 100 years, older than our grandfather, or far more than that. But it is there, we enjoyed it. Today, what value have we added to our community? What value? That is a very big question. It's a retrospect. We must add value to our villages, our communities. That is what makes us civilized human beings. Because we cannot continue destroying our environment. Destroying our environment, eating out everything we see into extinction, destroying them without thinking about replenishment. That is primitive character. Because when you replenish, when you create, you are adding to the society. You are being creative. That is what IPOB is clamoring. And this famine, listen, we Africans, mostly, the West have tried everywhere, and they have encroached into our private eating habit. For your information, trying everything to destroy our natural way of eating, consuming organically, so that they will continue supplying us with the GMO food, so that they can be able to be in control of our food. Do you know that food is the most important thing in life? Food. You know that? How many of our village, how many of our families today can process palm oil? I mean palm oil right from start, right from going gathering the palm fruits, yes, boiling it as we used to do in those days in our houses. How many families can do that? No, today we depend on what we call groundnut oil, which is not groundnut oil anyway. Is it sunflower oil? We have different types of oil, maize oil, how the corn oil. Who tell you that they can refine petroleum, refine it and add it to some chemicals and call it groundnut oil, which is not, and we are consuming. That is why sickness is everywhere. The sicknesses our fathers, our grandfathers, they didn't experience. That was unheard of, because they destroy our natural way of feeding. Now, everybody, the worst part, when you look at Indomie have now become is it staple food or breakfast food in our land today. I cry for my people. Indomie, very easy process, You don't know all those ingredients. Many of these are poisons. They made us replace our palm oil that is very nutritious. They pay their medical scientists to say I have a saturated oil, is saturated, you have this and that. It's not these are lies from the pit of hell. These are what our great grandfathers consumed and lived more than 100 years. Today they lie to us. How are we fighting back? By making sure, because in Nigeria we have no power, in Nigeria we have no voice, in Nigeria we cannot express our capabilities and capacities. That is why we opt out in order to make sure that we fight for our nation where we can be in control. Because in Nigeria we are not in control of our own lives. I'm not talking of being in control of Nigeria. No, we are not in control of our own lives. Look at everywhere in Biafra land. Military checkpoints, roadblocks everywhere, police checkpoints, but still there are kidnappers, they aided by police, just like what our brother said. So why finally the police told him, okay, we follow you, in order to alert their people, the kidnappers, to protect them. Because if they leave a Bumonso to go, they will catch them and they will open up. They will confess that they are being aided by the police. Even many of them are police people there. That is why when they saw that this man is serious, they say, okay, don't worry. You have paid 1 million, don't worry, we'll go and rescue them. Do you see? Very simple. They just call those people and say, oh boy, more and leave that man, more and leave him, otherwise this will spoil. Nebuchadnezzar brother, beg, leave them. And they leave them and they come, they say, okay, we have rescued him. That is the evil that is going on in our land. And all these politicians, they know about it, they know them, they are sponsoring them even. All they think is about setting up other security forces, carrying big guns that serves us nothing. You can never bring security with a gun or under gunpoint. It is impossible. You have to cool down and say, what is security is negotiated, is worked out for. You work out security with the people, with the population. What is the cause of this? That is it. So, our brother that asked of X handle for Khan, they have no X handle. Khan is a bunch of Muktabaret, they call them Muktabarets, being selected by the Nigerian government. Do you remember, how many of you have remember when during campaign, I think presidential campaign 2019, when they go to motor parks and selected APC Buhari people, they went motor park and selected towels and wear them bishop, clergymen regalia, reverend father and bishop, Anglican priest regalia. Have you forgotten? And gather them and say, oh, they have they support APC, they support Buhari. How many of you have you forgotten? This is how they select Khan. It's their agent. These are their agents. It has nothing to do with the reality. So they don't have any X handle, no Twitter handle. What Nigeria is layers of rubbish and debts. The only time we can understand, the people can understand fully the damage Nigeria caused to us is when Biafra comes. There are many things you will hear, you even want to go and commit suicide. I'm telling you. Look at Nigeria, whereby Nigeria is producing crude oil. They build the refineries, but none of them is working. They will drill crude oil. Now they send it abroad to be refined. Now when they refine it, after refining, they will be buying it single by single, very costly. They will buy petrol separate, buy kerosene separate. This one, they say whether NNPC worked for 2 days. After they found out it's a fraud. It's a fraud. It's a scam. They would find only 2 things. Out of, crude oil brings out different types of substances and chemicals, including bitumen, grease, all. But they will find only 2 things, maybe kerosene and diesel. And petrol, maybe petrol and diesel. Now they leave other ones unrefined and take it out. What is happening in Nigeria is a crime against humanity. That is why in the first my preamble I talked about the anger of people, population all over the world that is suffering under the misery, artificial misery caused by the West against the people. And they thought that they will be, even in their country, enjoying. People will be happy, suffering. It's not possible. That is why they must address the issues that are facing the world population in different countries. They should stop playing God everywhere, causing problems everywhere, and thinking that they will be in peace. It's not done. It's not done. So when they come, they instigate the problems. Look at our lives do not matter in our land. Biafran's lives do not matter in our land. Courtesy of Britain. We are trying to say, okay, we want referendum. The same way other people, other countries have referendum. Iceland, through referendum, they left, is it Denmark? Some years back. They left Denmark through referendum. Why can't we? Why are we treated like lower human beings? For what? We have things, something to contribute in this planet Earth. We are not visitors. We are asking for just self-determination so that we will determine and say, okay, this is what we want. We take charge of our destiny. And Britain is saying, no, you must stay together. Your unity, your diversity is your greatness. Your diversity, nonsense. So they acting as God on us. That is why I also blame our people that did us all these things. Now they come, they have a savior. They born a savior that will save us. So they after killing us, raping our women, throwing our babies inside to feed the crocodiles, committing atrocities and genocides. Do you know, let me tell you before I close, do you know that Germany has accepted and apologized for the evil, the genocides they committed in 19th century, 20th century in Namibia, when Namibia was their colony? Do you know that? And they offered to pay $1.1 billion to those Namibian indigenous people. But the Namibians, they rejected. They said no, they will not accept. This is too small compared to what's happened to them. Do you see? That is why I say some African countries, they are not like others. Don't classify every African country as Nigeria. No, there are some that are trying. Whereas others are, rising up against the heinous crimes of colonialism. Nigerians are embracing, because Nigeria is a tragedy, created by colonialism. They are celebrating Nigeria. They are celebrating Nigeria, celebrating Savior. After committing all these atrocities by Europeans, now they came and sentenced us into being sinners. That we need a savior from their land. Just accept him. This is something that if I start reflecting about it, is the way they achieve this. I'm telling you, I don't know. We don't talk about anything concerning our original culture to develop it, innovate it. No. All we now talk about is foreign people that kill us. We accept them. Whereas some people are trying to prod about the atrocities committed by the colonial masters. I tell you, Namibia. You see, when it was even before it was Nyaisa land is Malawi. Namibia is part of Rhodesia, named with Zimbabwe. No, it's Zambia and Zimbabwe. So Namibia, Germany, because it was a German colony before First World War. When Germany was defeated in the First World War, now Britain shared their colonies with France. For you to see how bad it is, they shared us in our ancestral lands. They now shared us between them. Very, very sad indeed. When you understand all these histories, I'm telling you, you see that what they bring to us as religion is a complete scam to continue keeping us as idiots, celebrating them, calling Saint Michael, all our saints, people that committed the heinous crimes. We now they whitewash them. Now we call them saints. It's very sad indeed. But we must continue in this awakening, because 2025 the awakening message continues. This is where I'm going to stop. Biafra remains our ideology. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is everything we have. Therefore, we must continue in making sure that Biafra is restored. This is the ultimate focus. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.